Hey there and welcome back to the channel. It's Bryson with Dimes for Dollars here, and in today's hunt we have two more boxes of pennies. Hunt number 73 coming up, boxes 151 and 152. And we've had some really good hunts in the last couple, getting over 100 wheat cents in our last two hunts, so hopefully we can find something similar today. Went ahead and popped the top of this first box, and unfortunately I don't see any wheat cent enders, but it is pretty nicely circulated, and we didn't get any wheat cent enders on the first box of our last hunt, so hopefully there's something in the inside. I'll go ahead and flip this box over and we'll check the other side. I'll bring you back if there's any enders there. Otherwise, I'll bring you back on our first find. Well, we're back now. We just flipped the box over and we have one really exciting ender here. On roll number 6, we have a wheat cent ender. It's reverse showing, so we won't know the date till we get to it. But it looks really worn, really old, so we'll actually do that one live. That's coming up in roll number 6. Let's get started on roll number 1. Roll number 2, and we have our first wheat cent of the hunt, and this one's going to be a 1945 out of Denver. Very next roll, and wheat cent number 2 is going to be a 1952 out of Denver. Alright, the time has come for that wheat cent ender roll. Got it right here. Nothing on the back side, but let's see what this is. Alright, this ender, if we can hold it here. Alright, that is going to be an oldie. 1919, and I believe there's a mint mark as well. Either San Francisco or Denver, but we'll get a closer look under the microscope. Alright, well there we have it. 1919 San Francisco. Well over 100-year-old wheat cent ender. That is awesome. That's our only wheat cent in the roll. I went ahead and checked the rest of it. So let's keep on hunting, and hopefully we can find some more. 2 rolls later, and we got 3 more wheat cents. The first one is going to be a 1956 out of Denver, and the next one is right back here. And this one's going to be another 1956 out of Denver. The last wheat cent is right back here, and that one's going to be a 1950 San Francisco. Roll number 11, and it looks like we might have another oldie here. We have a really worn wheat cent here. There's almost no detail left in the wheat stalks. Let's go ahead and see what the date is. Alright, that's definitely not as old as I thought it would be. We have a 1942 this time out of Denver. Roll number 13, and we have another early 40s find here. And this one's in much better shape. We have a 1941 San Francisco. It still has a lot of nice detail on it. Let's go ahead and look at the reverse. That reverse is really nice too. That's going to be wheat cent number 8. Roll number 20, and wheat cent number 9 is going to be another really nice one. This time it's going to be a 1940 out of San Francisco. Roll 23, and just about the halfway point of the first box, and we have wheat cent number 10. This one's going to be a 1946 out of Denver. Roll 25, and halfway point of the box we have wheat cent number 11. And this one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. 11 wheat cents halfway through. Let's see if we can double that on the back half. Roll 33, and we have another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be a 1952 from San Francisco. Roll 37, and we got 2 more wheat cents here. Then they're back to back. We have the first one right here, 1951 from San Francisco. And the next wheat cent is right back here. It's got some pretty nice detail. Alright, that one's going to be a 1945 out of San Francisco as well. Roll 46, and we have another 50s wheat cent here. This time, a 1953 out of San Francisco. Well, the back half of box 1 only had 4 wheat cents in it. It was a little slow, but we're on to box number 2 now, and 3 rolls in, we have the first wheat cent of the second box, and this one's going to be a 1958 from Denver. Roll number 5 of box 2, and we have another wheat cent. And this one's going to be another 1945, this time out of Philadelphia. 2 rolls later, and we have another 40s wheat cent, 1944 this time, from San Francisco. Roll number 9 of box 2, and we have a really nice wheat cent here from the 30s, a 1939 San Francisco. And check out that detail. That is a really nice looking wheat cent. May have been cleaned at some point, but the detail's still there, and it's really nice. Let's go ahead and see the reverse. And that reverse is looking fantastic. Really nice detail as well. Also may have been cleaned. Still a really nice wheat cent though, and I'm definitely glad to have it. I'll add it up there to the board, and we'll keep on hunting. Roll number 11 of box 2, and we have another earlier one here from the 40s, a 1941 from Philadelphia. Roll 15, and we have another 40s wheat cent here. This one's going to be another 1942 from Denver. Roll number 20, and we have another 1945, and again out of San Francisco. Roll 29, and we have another 40s wheat cent, and this one's going to be a 1946 from San Francisco. Very next roll, and we have another wheat cent, and this one's going to be a 1957 from Denver. 2 rolls later, and we have another 50s wheat cent, and this one's going to be a 1953 out of Denver. Roll 35 of box 2, and we got 2 more finds here. We have a very interesting toned, really nice 1964 Philadelphia memorial cent, and we also have an older Canadian cent, King George VI. Let's see what the date is. Alright, that's going to be 1952. I believe that's right at the end of his reign before Queen Elizabeth took over. So, really cool find there. And let's keep on hunting. Very next roll, and we have another teens wheat cent here. In fact, it's the oldest one of the hunt. We have a 1917 Philadelphia. Really worn, it's definitely seen some action in its years. And that reverse is awful slick too. Really nice wheat cent, and that is definitely an old one. Over 100 years old. And I'm glad to still see them in circulation. We got 14 rolls left to go, and hopefully we can find some more. Very next roll, and we got 2 more wheat cents. The first one is going to be a pretty crusty 1957 out of Denver. And the next one's right back here. And this one's going to be a 1955 out of Denver. Roll number 40, and we have another 50s wheat cent. This one's going to be another 1957 from Denver. 4 rolls from the end, and we have another 50s wheat cent, and this one's looking pretty rough. This one's going to be a 1956 out of Denver. Well, the hunt has finally come to an end, but before we get to the wrap-up, we actually have 2 errors. We had this 1979 Denver here, and there's actually quite a big lamination error going all the way across it. Really stands out in the microscope here. Our other find is actually a double die obverse, 1960 Denver, and that one's pretty darn clear. 1960 D over D has a really cool error, and I'll definitely be flipping that up. That's it for the errors though, so let's go ahead and get back to the wrap-up. Alright, we're back with the wrap-up now, and we had quite the hunt today. We had a lot of nice finds. Starting off with the S-mints, we had 48 of them. We also had 8 Canadian cents, with the oldest one being this 52 King George VI. We had a bunch of various errors and oddities. We had the lamination 79 Denver. We had the 1960 D over D. We had 2 really nice tone 64 Philadelphias. We also had a sticker coin and a slightly off-center 1982. We also got 14 shiny copper cents, and some of these are in really, really nice shape. Moving on to the wheat cents, we got 15 from the 50s. We had 12 from the 40s. And 3 oldies. A really nice 39 San Francisco. Unfortunately, it won't be an upgrader, but it is a really nice coin. We also had that Ender 1919 San Francisco. It was an awesome find. And the oldest one of the hunt is going to be a 1917 Philadelphia. Despite getting all these nice finds, unfortunately none of them are going to be upgrades or new additions. We got some really nice ones in the books already, and it's getting really hard to find anything new. We only have 37 holes left to go, and most of which are in the early teens and some various key dates. So hopefully someday we'll find another one, but until then, that's going to do it. So I hope you all enjoyed. Subscribe if you're new, it really helps the channel grow, and I will see you in the next one.